Hello everybody, this is the final Plan Attack episode of 2019. It's been quite a year. This is also a great project to end with. This is the main floor of a 1,400 square foot house built in 1960. It's just west of London, England in Ascot. Now these homeowners have sent me this plan asking for some design advice on how they should renovate it. Let's have a look together. When you walk in the front door, the entry is fairly tight and the stair to the upstairs is right near the front door. That's very typical. There's also not really a coat closet. On the left-hand side, this long, narrow space used to be the garage, but it was renovated into a study, a utility room, and a guest bathroom in a previous renovation. The front living room is quite separate from the rest of the house. The biggest design problem is the kitchen. It's in the back corner of the house. All the circulation goes through the workspace of the kitchen. There's only one small window. It's going to be quite dark. The dining room in the back is nice. It orients towards the garden, but again, it's cut off from everything else. So there is a lot of room for improvement here. And in fact, in this case, I am going to suggest that we add square footage on both floors with an addition. I'm going to show you why. Let's have a look at some of the changes I've made together, starting out with the front entry. I have obliterated the wall between the reception room and the front entry, and to open that up and to just give the perception of more space, I've added a sliding glass partition wall so you can separate this off. And I think a really good idea for the coat closet would be to put a millwork block, a millwork coat closet just behind this chunky pillar, so that if your guests come over, you've got a place to tuck coats just around the corner. Now this is a great TV room. I put a sectional sofa and an angled chair, and the TV would go on this wall. So this is now a great place to send the kids if you want to close it off but still have it open to the rest of the house. I made the study a little bit more proportional by pulling the wall back so it's not quite as long and narrow. So we've got a nice place for a desk and a place to sit. Behind, I've got a laundry room, and I put the powder room just opposite the laundry room. So that creates a kind of service zone. So now let's concentrate on the big space. Now on my Instagram stories, you guys all voted on where the living, dining, and kitchen should be, and overwhelmingly you decided that the kitchen should be here, the dining room here, and the living room here. I agree with that. I think it's also time for a bold move because it's the end of 2019 and we should do something really kind of dramatic. And I'm going to suggest that we do a really long wall of millwork all the way down this entire side. And I think this is going to be how we're going to organize the kitchen. So I'm going to place the fridge first. I always start by placing the refrigerator because it's the largest appliance. It needs to be placed first. And then I'm going to make this entire back area a counter, and I'm going to center the cooktop on the back counter. We can get a really big cooktop and wall oven or oven below because of the size of the back counter. The proportion for the kitchen in this space is almost perfect. We've got the structural column here, and I'm actually going to use that as a landmark to place the island. And what I'm going to recommend that we do is we put the island almost all the way towards the back wall, and I'm going to leave about 2.5 feet for space because I don't think you need a lot of room here, just enough room to get by. And then that'll allow us to have a counter stool on the end, which I think is a great idea. And then 2 other counter stools. Well, you could actually put probably 2 more if you wanted to. I'm a big fan of putting the sink in the island. I know some viewers don't like the sink in the island because they like to have it just completely open, but I really like to have the sink in the island because I always imagine where you're going to stand in the kitchen. And if you, this is me, there's my head, there's my big feet. And if I'm in the kitchen at the sink, this is great because I have a view right towards the fireplace, plus I have a view out towards the garden. It's just great. So now with this millwork, I'm going to recommend that this is actually additional storage. It also could be a bookshelf, and it could be display. It could be designed really elegantly, and that sets the backdrop for the dining room. And look at this, the dining room space is perfect in terms of proportion. I'm going to use my template to place the dining room table, and I'm going to align it centered on the back room, on the back millwork wall. It's actually very good because everybody that voted for the dining room space to go here got it right, because it's really ideal if the dining room can be adjacent to the kitchen but can be in sort of its own defined zone, not within a circulation space. You see that a lot where the dining room is just kind of in the middle of a hallway, and it always feels kind of abandoned. The table feels kind of abandoned. So this is great. So now let's finish off with the living room furniture. We've got our fireplace. I've already set that. I'm going to use my template. One thing that I just want to bring up about the templates is they are great to use because they keep all the furniture to scale. And in 2020, I am going to have a place where you guys can download the templates and you can actually use them to work along with me on the floor plans, because I think it's going to be great if we can learn to work on these floor plans together, because I think it'll really help. Because I also learn a lot from you guys, and I learn a lot from all of your comments and suggestions. Every time we do one of these exercises, somebody suggests something to me that I never ever would have considered, and then I reconsider it and I think, oh, that's actually a really, really great idea. So finishing off, I'm just gonna place the 2-seat sofa, and I'm gonna put it adjacent to the 3-seat sofa just to make our furniture grouping. Of course, it's oriented perfectly towards our focal point, which is the fireplace. It's always great when your furniture is oriented towards a focal point because it really grounds everything. And I'm gonna put an end table, and I'm gonna put a coffee table in the center, and we can get a really big coffee table. And the perfect thing about this space is there is room for what one of viewers says I always do, which is I always put a diagonal club chair in the corner. Well, of course I do, because that is where you're gonna sit and you're gonna have your holiday drink, your scotch or your booze or your martini, or if it's me, it's white wine. So this is what I think we should do to the main floor of this 1,400 square foot house. Of course, I would love to hear what you guys think about this design. You can always send me a message or please post comments. And don't forget, I'm gonna be releasing a bonus feature, which will be the design and rework of the upper floor.